welcome to Accumulate, the game show where things can quickly add up. I'm your host, Peake, and beside me are two teams that require no description. This is the first semi-final this week. We have two teams that have won previous games. The teams are Not a Clue and Royal Flush. Let's meet again the team Not a Clue.
Hello, I'm David, and I'm a final year computer science student, and I'm a karaoke junkie.
Oh, no.
I'm Matt, I'm a third year law student, and I once met Jeremy Clarkson while he was destroying a red pickup for Top Gear.
Hi, I'm Chloe, I'm a third year philosophy student, and last week I tried to give blood but failed.
Could they not find any, or...?
I couldn't find any.
Fair enough. And the captain of Royal Flush is Tom.
Hi, I'm Tom, I'm a first year biology student, and I once shot a man in Reno, but I cannot tell you why.
I hope that's Grand Theft Auto.
Johnny Cash.
Hi, I'm Tom. I'm a first year robotics student, and I used up all my interesting facts last round.
Hi, I'm James. I'm a first year maths and stats student, and last week I didn't get a Royal Flush.
Oh, never mind. Let's start with round one, the accumulator. Round one is the same as ever, 5 questions. The first one's worth 1, the second one is worth 2, and so on and so forth. Now, team Not a Clue, you lost the coin toss before the show, and as we say, you lose, you choose. So, here's your choice of categories. Would you like Elementary, my dear, or What's on? Elementary, my dear, what's on?
What's on?
Something in the question or answers will relate to a TV station. So, for 1 point, Chloe. Grammatically, what symbol should appear at the end of this sentence?
Full stop.
No, it's incorrect. It should be a question mark, because it's a question.
Oh. Yeah, obviously.
So, Quest being the TV. Never mind. 2 points for Matt. Which footballer started his professional contract at Manchester United, holds the current record for the outfield player with most England appearances, and currently plays for Los Angeles Galaxy?
David Beckham.
Yes, Dave Beckham. That's the right one. For 3 points, David, who was the Mayor of London before Boris Johnson?
Ken Livingstone.
Yes, Ken Livingstone. Which show featured the host given a task to complete within 3 days with only a 4x4 and a mobile phone to help?
I have no idea.
No. Pass.
That was Challenge Annika. Challenge Annika. Anyway, never mind. And finally, for 5 points, what song holds the record, as it were, for the most cover versions ever written?
Yeah, try
Feeling good?
I don't know of any TV station that's feeling good, but it's Yesterday. Apparently there are now over 3,000 cover versions. So, Team Royal Flush, you've got Elementary, my dear. Something in the questions or answers will relate to elements. Tom, you've got the first point question. Based on their appearance and composition, how collectively are the British 1 penny and 2 pence piece coins informally known?
Copper coins. Coppers.
Coppers, I'll give you that. Coppers, yes. 2 points for James. Which comic book character was known for his adventures and had a loyal dog called Snowy? Any idea?
No silver.
Good guess, it was Tintin. Tom, for 3 points, what Californian event occurred in 1849 to 1855, resulting in the rapid increase in size and wealth of towns such as San Francisco?
Was it the Gold Rush?
It was indeed, correct. And now these questions for the team. For 4 points, in Greek mythology, who did Jason lead on the quest for the Golden Fleece?
It was the Argonauts, yeah. The Argonauts?
Yes, the Argonauts. Very good. And for 5 points, possibly derived from the practice of dunking witches, what phrase means to fail or succeed no matter what?
I have no idea.
No.
I don't know.
Any idea? Zinc or swim? Zinc or swim. And that concludes round one. At the end of that round, Not a Clue have 5 points, whilst Royal Flush have accumulated 8.
Oh, really?
It's time for round 2, Speculate to Accumulate. Speculate to accumulate 6 items in a list which they have to put in order, whilst remembering that one of them is a red herring, so they need to get it out of the way. Now, not a clue, you lose, you choose, I'm afraid, so this week we have for you in a pickle or pickles. Which would you like?
Okay, which are we going for?
In a pickle?
In a pickle.
In a pickle.
Because we are.
Now, James Bond is often in a pickle, so we've given you 6 James Bond movie titles, except one of them doesn't belong to the list. So can you please, starting with the earliest, put these James Bond movies in order of release? Remember, one item does not belong to the list. Your 45 seconds starts now.
Okay, red herring.
No, this one's a red herring. This one isn't.
Right.
That one's at near the end. That one's the last one.
Oh, okay. We'll go with your lead then. You know what you're doing.
Yeah, that is red herring.
Is that right?
I'm not sure which one of these came first. I think that one should go there. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Done in ultra quick time. So, what have you got as your red herring?
Tomorrow Never
Tomorrow
Lies.
Yes, the film is Tomorrow Never Dies, not Tomorrow Never Lies, so well done on that. What have you got as the first film to come out?
Thunderball.
Correct, in 1965. Next?
The Spy Who Loved Me.
It's not, it's The Man with the Golden Gun.
Oh.
I'm afraid. And what have you got next?
The Man with the Golden Gun.
Yes, that one is then The Spy Who Loved Me. Next?
The Living Daylights.
Correct, 1987, and then
GoldenEye.
1995. 1 point for the first one, 2 and 3, that means you get 6 points in that round. This leaves you royal flush with pickles. So please, starting with the lowest, put these raw vegetables in order of calories per 100 grams. This is according to lastingweightloss.com. Remember, one item does not belong to the list, and your 45 seconds starts now.
With tomatoes are a fruit, so they would be taken out.
Yeah, that's right.
So they'd be the red herring.
We could have
I think
lots.
potatoes would have the most, I think.
Yeah, okay. Quite possibly. I reckon broccoli's got quite a bit. Just
Yeah.
Carrot. No.
Go with that?
Yeah.
I have no idea. Yeah, we'll go with that.
No. I'm probably gonna get this wrong. But yeah.
Yeah.
Last bit, James, you've still got 10 seconds.
Where do we put this?
At the end.
Should we go with that?
Yeah, go on.
5. Okay. What do you have as your red herring?
Tomatoes. 'cause it's a
Correct.
fruit.
They are a fruit, they're not a vegetable, and I ask you to put the vegetables in the correct order. So well done. What is your lowest calorie intake?
Cabbage.
Cabbage is correct, it is the lowest. And next?
Onions.
It is not correct, it's actually carrots. Okay, so cabbage 21 to 27 calories, carrots 30 calories. What have you got next?
Carrot.
Yes, it's not, it's broccoli, 33. What have you got next?
Broccoli.
Yes, that one is onions at 64. What have you got next?
Potatoes.
Anywhere between 80 and 120 calories in 100 grams. So you've got 2 items in that list correct. That's 3 points. So what does that do to the overall scores? Not a clue, we're now on 11 points, and Royal Flush are now on 11 points. Stunned silence there. So we better progress with round 3, the Accumula Tower. Round 3 is the Accumula Tower. I'm going to be giving each team 90 seconds to build the tower as high as possible, as their physics will permit, and the fact that I've only given them 10 cups and plates. They'll get 90 seconds to answer as many questions, which they can then use to build layers of the tower. They can build up to 2 towers at once. Do remember that, teams. As you're tied, the other team will go first for this round, so that's the red team, Royal Flush. Are you ready with your 90 seconds?
Yeah.
As you'll ever be. Excellent. And your 90 seconds starts now. Which of the following problems has affected Zimbabwe in recent years? Hyperinflation or hyperdeflation?
Hyperinflation.
Correct. And that layer's worth a point. How many points is the pink ball worth in snooker?
6.
It is. Any snooker fans here?
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Yeah, it's good fun.
Yeah.
The River Thames flows into which sea? Ooh, UK geography. It's worth a guess.
English Channel.
No, it flows into the North Sea. How many suits are there in a standard deck of playing cards?
4.
Yes, the poker player should have got that one. already quite wobbly.
I'll build in another one.
The land of the long white cloud is the translation for the Maori name of which country?
No idea.
Maori? New Zealand. What is the dialing code for fixed telephone lines in Reading? You never had to dial one.
No.
0118. The Scottish Parliament is based in which city?
Edinburgh?
It is. Good guess. Taking the safe option. Nick Clegg is the leader of which political party?
Liberal Democrat.
He is. 10 seconds.
Still on?
5. Which scientist is credited with inventing both cat flaps and calculus?
No idea.
Time's up anyway. Newton, apparently. Calculus and cat flaps. Amazing. So, 3 layers in one tower and 2 on another. That's 9 points. Not a clue, it's your turn for 90 seconds of diluted insanity. Are you ready?
Yeah, will ever be.
This is true. Your 90 seconds starts now. In what year did World War I start?
1914.
Correct. The stars Castor and Pollux appear in which constellation in the night sky?
Do we know?
No.
No, pass.
It's Gemini. On a ship, what is housed in the binnacle?
Yeah. Pass.
It's the compass. What is the lightest chemical element?
Hydrogen.
It is.
Wonky.
He may have designed it that way.
Yeah.
What connects the maker of the BBC microcomputer with a fruit of the oak tree?
Acorn.
Acorn is
Yeah.
correct. You look
I
in
should have known that
disbelief.
You spelled it that way.
Yeah.
No.
Don't do what they did.
Which branch of mathematics deals with the size, shape and position of figures?
Trigonometry.
Geometry. What bird lays its eggs in other birds' nests? Yes. So do you. Cuckoo.
Wonky.
Don't do that. Don't dive on it.
Well saved. 10 seconds. What colour medal is awarded for 3rd place at the Olympic Games? Correct. Loose head prop and blindside flanker are positions in which sport?
Rugby.
Well, rugby union, yes, and time's up, so no time to build that layer. Well saved at the end there, I must admit. Another 5 layers, 4 on one tower, 1 on the other, that's 11 points. This means the scores are quite tight at the end of round 3. Royal Flush, you're now on 20 points, whilst Not a Clue have accumulated 22.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's time for the super accumulator. Da, da, da. It's all to play for. 10 questions, the first one's worth 1, the second one's worth 2, and so on until question 10. It's all fastest finger first on the buzzers. Buzz in, get it right, you get the points for your team. Buzz in, get it wrong, you'll be losing the points for your team, and I'll throw it over to the other team, so be careful to buzz. This week, the rounds are called Oh Lord. Something in the question or answer will do with a law. Here we go, question 1 for 1 point. Who shot to fame in 2009 singing I Dreamed a Dream from Les Miserables, going on to finish James?
Susan Boyle?
Susan Boyle is correct. Boyle's Law. 2 for 2 points. What type of vacuum cleaner features a large smiling face on a red background? The vacuum knows Tom P.
Henry.
Henry is correct. Henry's Law. I can see you buzzing in, Chloe, you're just not quick enough. 3 for 3. Who was the keyboard player with Squeeze and now has music shows on the BBC called Later With and has an annual hootenanny?
Jules Holland.
Chloe, you are correct. Jules Holland. 4 for 4. Also called turf. What name is given to the grass grown?
Sods.
Sod's Law. Yes, correct. 5 for 5. What is the highest rank in the British Army? Tom P.
Commander.
It's not, I'm afraid. You lose 5 points, and I'll open it up to the other team.
General.
It's not, I'm afraid, and you also lose 5 points. Sorry, it's Field Marshal. Martial Law. Question 6 for 6. Colloquially, how is the extended family of your husband or wife known, with the mother usually being the most infamous?
In-laws.
In-laws, correct. 7 for 7. Which BBC drama featured James Nesbitt as an undercover police officer called Tommy? Tom.
Murphy's Law?
Murphy's Law is correct. 3 questions to go. 8 for 8. What does the Speaker of the House of Commons say when he wants decorum restored to parliamentary debates?
Order.
Order is correct, as in law and order. 9. Who played Alfie in the 2004 film with the same name? Narrated Matt.
Jude Law.
Jude Law is correct. Final question for 10 points. The activity, often used as a test of faith, consisting of moving across burning embers, is often known as walking over hot
Cold.
coals. Is correct, as in coleslaw. The scores are pretty tight at the end of that round, I must admit. So let's find out what the final scores are. Not a clue, you have accumulated 43 points. Royal Flush, you have accumulated 39. Sorry. So that means this week's winners are Not a Clue.
Yay!
Just 4 points in it, the closest game we've had yet. So I'm sorry that you're losing, I'm afraid. So we've given you these nice little number puzzles with the little squarey thing that you shift around and things like that. Amazingly, they're all working this week, so there you go. 3 for your team. Congratulations. Not a clue. We'll see you in a couple of weeks' time for the final. One of the two teams could win 90 quid. Well, we'll win 90 quid. Ooh. So it's goodbye from the Royal Flush team. You're flushed out now, sorry. Not a clue, we're back.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
In 2 weeks' time, and I'll be back next week where I'll see you accumulator. Ah.